All right, guys. Today I just wanted to kind of go over our Safuu ecosystem for whoever looking into maybe thinking about joining in, or if you're our holder, but because of recent dips and what's been happening, you guys are being a little shaken about it. I wanted to kind of share our what we've been planning or what I've been seeing in our protocol and what I believe in and what you should be seeing or doing research on so that you kind of have to make your conviction. I hope today's video is going to help with that. Let's get to it. Disclaimer, this is not a financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. So we actually had recently brought this up on our Twitter. They actually brought up whole ecosystem, or at least kind of think of it as roadmap of our safe ecosystem. We are already at the safe protocol, which is the auto staking part, right? We get the fixed AP every 15 minutes. Next is, of course, we're thinking about blockchain. We're working on it. It's not done yet, but it is worked on and trying to be thinking about it as adding a rebase feature into a blockchain itself, that will always earn a yield for its holders, right? As well as safe racing. I don't know if you know about what's happening. They actually have races going on this week. They're actually doing the practice run right now, I believe. And then Brian's doing the interview with people about the racing. And I think they're getting rolling out with race gears or race merch. So I think those are things to look out for. I believe all the YouTubers as well as just big names from our safe holders like RJ as well as Daniel. I believe some of the other YouTubers actually went up there too. They're what I like about Safuu is that tangible, right? You can see it, you can feel it. Yes, I understand it could be some people argue that, oh, what's that got to do with ecosystem of self? But any company that is willing to spend money on these means they're in for long run, right? Because they're putting down or doubling down on things that is helping out, as well as kind of create that community mentalism, right? Or community motivation. That is what I'm looking for in any crypto space. Because end of the day, crypto, they're audited or not, KYC doxed or not, end of the day, it needs to have movement behind it. I think of it, if I were to think of it as investment point of view, it's a meme coin, right? It is not as meme as like Dogecoin where there's nothing behind it, but everything start off as that, right? As in everything start off as just a coin, and then you create a community behind it and you try to create the utility for it as well as a community behind it to support the chain or support the coin. And I believe Safe has been doing that. Yes, people left. However, doesn't mean we died. No, right? Look at the Luna. Do you see their supporter actually losing it out? That even the peg to dollar system is already dying out. That means end of the day, it's all derived by the people's emotion. And I believe Safe actually has the right way of controlling or having a conviction for the project, right? Racing is one of them. Another one is lifestyle. I know this actually came about from, I believe, Daniel kind of shooting idea after the Covizilla things. I'm sure Brian probably had similar ideas or had something, but because of what happened, I guess the copy kind of made a better flow for that first thing to launch out. And of course, they're trying to, I don't know if it was from Safety themselves, but I know there's a bunch of safe merch out there from different people. I seen and everything from safe shoes, hat, sweater, anything you wanted, I'm sure you can get it. That much that is hype behind it. You don't make that if it's not profitable, right? You're not gonna just spend money and start throwing things out. that much there's people and support behind it, and that is just the one other bullish news, right? And of course, lastly, the safe travel, which is, we already talked about. They have Medium article for it already. They're planning out their flight system. They're gonna rent out a plane. Of course, the safe logo is all over it, and that's something you're gonna be kind of doing on major cities that you can kind of pay with Safuu that you get to travel with. And I think that's another awesome idea. I don't know how far it will branch out to. However, I'm hoping it does decently within at least the domestic travels. And it comes out to US as well as the other places as well, I hope. Because if they do, then I know the safe gonna just keep on growing, not just due to rebates or not just because of, oh, people made money with it, but more of, oh, it is something that is usable, like what Bitcoin wanted it to be at beginning, or what Ethereum or even Doge, right? People in Doge community think about paying, buying car with the Doge, like with the Tesla and all that, and that's what pumped it up. I believe Safe is actually doing it more straighter way, meaning everything is done by themselves, right? It's not like Doge actually just had power over to Elon. Elon had to make the decision. Of course, he's going to look out for his company more than anything else. Safuu, we're trying to do something internally. Like Safuu is handling all of this change, all of this department, and showing that it is possible to run it with. It is, and of course, these are backed by the community and paying for all of it, and we are in it. Just like way I thought about it as time went was like being a card holder, right? When you have a credit card holder of like Amex, right? Reason you want better card is to become a better benefit from it. I believe Safuu, you hold it and pay to get in to get better benefit from it, right? To get the better lifestyle, as well as going out to racings to watch your team to root for, having blockchain where you can be a node holder. Of course, for the node, it is they said, right, it's very limited spot that they want to shoot it for whoever's in the holders right this month. So I hope you didn't sell, right? You get into this program and really try to hang on to it. From the last time I talked, I keep buying in. I'm at 9.5 already. Hopefully by next 15 days, I'm sure I can hit 10 to 15 pretty decently. My goal is to try to keep adding on to it. And I really hope this project do or die. I'm sure I'll make decent money, meaning it's not gonna be couple hundred, but I'm sure I'm gonna turn this 500 600 into 10,000 20,000 by end of the year. That is why I invest in the Safuu, because I believe in that conviction that it will last there, right? And there's a bunch of Twitter pages that you can kind of look into that will help you with the understanding of Safuu. I'm not saying just watch the ones that are for Safuu. You can watch the things that they said in the even YouTube space. There's this new guy that actually got to find out that basically talks really, really bad about Safuu. However, I believe some part, yes, but I believe he doesn't really disprove anything, right? He's is this guy, right? Drew Wolfer. He talks about so many things, and yet all I see from him is saying the same thing as every founder that have. But end of the day, he's saying we cannot prove it, but the same thing another way, right? He cannot prove anything either. He's not saying, he cannot really say this is owner to this, or have a document saying, oh, Brian is holding this wallet. There's no such thing. So it's just word versus word. And that's when our community has to kind of talk to each other as well as figure things out. And that's where I believe real holder versus whoever just getting in for that phase gonna change, right? I'm in it for the long run. Just like this says, we're community strong. You're welcome to look look at their testimonies. um Testimonial, they're all in the Discord, and you can kind of look at, I'll actually show you guys. You can kind of check into their testimonials. Now, I'm not saying each one of these are gonna be same as your story, but somewhere you can say says like that 200 to come out to a couple thousand. One that, you know, couple just putting in a couple hundred and coming in and really going up, going through that FUD phase, and you know they've seen it all. You get to kind of see all the stories. I believe that's what's going to help you understand what is right, what is going to be helping you to understand. Because crypto space, I believe, end of the day, there is no 100%. They try to be, but it is hard. From out of those, all the community that I've seen, Safuu has been great, and I think Brian been pretty upfront about things. He doesn't back out. He doesn't stay, you know, in the shadow and just let the community talk. He really try to put out and think of what's gonna be next to help out, right? So I really hope that you guys understand that factor about Safuu and really kind of believe in the protocol if you're getting in. If not, totally understand. It is your opinion, and I'm not here to fight that. I'm just sharing my story, and that is why I got into YouTube for. Each month, they're always thinking, bumping ideas about what kind of a massive promotion to do. I'm crossing my fingers, but with all the buying and all I'm doing, I'm hoping end of this month I'm able to qualify for some airdrop, as well as, you know, that's why I'm holding on a little bit more too, because I really think I missed out on April because I sold it to get into the miners, and I got to learn a lot with the miners as well. But I'm getting back into this safe game, and I hope you guys are doing same thing. If you really don't want it, no problem. Go ahead and go on to the other things. But just these guys are always have bullish news, you know, every day when we speak about it. Because once you get in, you see it, right? Like they're already kind of preparing their copy logo, and they're already working on Safuu blockchain logo. And I believe either tonight or tomorrow, they should be starting to come out with their UI change or UI update. So I'm actually looking forward to do that as well. Once that happens, I probably cannot make the video, but I'll probably put out a short because I'm pretty excited on it. I'm sure basic, you know, work is similar. However, they have that analytic section that I really kind of look forward to looking at. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, what I just talked about. I don't know how much of it really touch your heart on it, but that's where my head's at. That's what I'm planning to do. I hope you guys do the same.